Live. Doing it live. We're going live. We are on the interwebs. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This will be a relatively short stream of me inking, but it is, I do have to get some inking time down, so this is not the channel I want to be on. I want to be on Mike Draws Comics. Mike Draws... What the heck? What in the great googly moogly is going on here? Let me find it. I need to go to YouTube. I need to go to Timothy. What's up, Timothy? What's up, P Money? Guys, if you can, could you like and share? Mute this sucker. Like it, share it, rub it down. Oh no. Tweeting it out now. And all right, so I will be doing a little bit of brush inking on the old MAGANIFICENT7 cover here. But before we do, I got something in the mail today from El Marvel, which means they are reprinting something because I haven't worked for Marvel in years and years and years. Yarns, as they'd say in Battlestar Galactica. So this is kind of a box opening here. Let's dig in, find out, shall we? I really don't quite understand what the proper method of opening this box is. Seems like there's a lip here. That seems accurate. There we go. All right. Let's move this art real quick. Make sure this doesn't have any of my personal information on it, and of course it does. Midtown Comics. X-Men! Adventures of the X-Men. This is what we got here. All right, let's take this box and put it in my, put it safely in my folder. Adventures of the X-Men. Wow. Hey, they used my art for the very first page. This is my art, inked by Dan Panhausen, who is today no longer that good a friend of mine. Ben Herrera, Mike S. Miller, Alex Saviuk, with Roberto Flores as pencilers. Mike Christian, great guy. Dan Panhausen, Mike S. Miller, Rob Stahl, Gary Martin, and Ralph Cabrera as inkers. Right on. Oh, wow, look, they still list Malibu. This is how old it is. Malibu is listed as one of the colorists. So, let's see. This is a Ben right off the bat. This is Ben. Is that? Who drew that cover? It looks familiar, but I can't. Dwayne something. Anybody recognize that art? I don't know. This is Ben Herrera, inked by Mike Christian. Yep, see? And Ralph Macchio was the old writer. Mark Powers was the editor. Bob Harris, editor-in-chief. Yay. All right, let's get through this. Ben's stuff's great. I got to have Ben on the show sometime. And then call me leader. That is when it switched to my inks. I believe I inked that page. Is that right? Did I? Gosh, it seems so familiar that I feel like I did. Or did I draw that page? Why does that seem so familiar? I might have been helping Ben and drew in his style. Is that possible? Because, gosh, that seems familiar. And then I drew... Maybe that's why it seems familiar, because I drew the next issue. All right, never mind then. So this is me and Dan Panhausen. I drew this Hulk Wolverine stuff. And it's not that great. It's really, really old. I drew this like in 1996 or 7, something like that. So it's really kind of crappy. You know what? I probably still have a couple of these pages left. He penciled the animated X-Men comic back in the 90s. He who? Me? Yes. This is me in the 90s. There it is. At least that's one cool page I got. They actually made a t-shirt out of this image. and sent me one copy of it. Gosh, yeah, okay, I do remember. Yeah, fun double page spread. But yeah, this was me trying to do a semi-animated style because it's from we're going with Ben, his style, and they didn't want to just jump into some crazy realistic thing. So yeah, there it is, and there's my really weird Wolverine fit. God, look how weird that face is. What the heck is wrong with me? This is so bloody old. Look at my old Hulka burning love. Mike is getting old for getting at work. It's true. It's true. All right, then we jump back into Ben stuff. Oh wait, that's me. All right, and then this is Ben, me inking. Oh yeah, and then I guess I inked this next issue. So I was either penciling or inking most of this thing. Some great stuff from Ben here, though. Look at that Sinister. Blurry, not blurry. There we go. What's up, dog? Yeah, Ben Herrera, man. Ben Herrera. And then this is somebody else. And so the somebody else stuff, I don't care about. I know, I'm terrible. And then this is me jumping back in. Adventures of X-Men. Look at that cover. I think that was by Adam. What's his face? Oh, it's Adam Warren. Adam Warren cover. Adam Warren did the cover on my Adventures of X-Men issue. See? And then there's me. Put Miller on the side of the motorcycle, which is not focusing again. What is up with this camera? Come on, focus, you piece of junk. Dan Panosian inks on me. I liked the simple colors. This was a simpler time, way back in the early days. So the creature from early, what is that? The one with Kitty Pryde, the Christmas issue. I think that's where that creature comes from. But there's a whole mess of them. See, and then I gave him this funky, stupid-looking X-Men motorcycle jacket, which whatever. The colors decide to make brown instead of blue to match the X-Men colors, but whatever. I sold one of these pages recently. I still have some of these pages, and I sold one on Friday Night Auctions one of these weeks. Hey, look, it's a motorcycle, just like Lone Star, motorcycle sideways shot, jumping into action. Nice. Too funny. All right, so what else we got? Gosh, this stuff is just god awful. Hate it. I hate it all. It's so ugly. Ugh. What did I write here? I know I probably did something. Mike Miller. Brad. John something. So it's supposed to be, I was just hiding people's names in here or something. And then, of course, the editor decided to funk it all out so you couldn't even freaking read it. Whatever, dude. Brad. Who's Brad? Brad's Metallica rules. I don't know if you can read that. Well, Elijah would like that. If you can see that right at the bottom there, it says Metallica rules. Where? Brad. I don't know what that says. Bratz? John something. Mike Miller up there at the top. No idea. Hiding messages. All right, and then this is another. Oh, this was Ben with Gary Martin inking him. Another Adam Warren cover. I guess this just came out. Ben's work holds up so much better than mine. Nom. I can't show every single page, but wow, he looks great with Gary Martin's inks on him. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. I gotta get Ben off of whatever he's doing and onto his own comic one of these days. Maybe I'll hire him to do one of mine. Dumbest Name says, I had that issue. Sweet. Well, yeah, there you go. Ben stuff, the best in here. Look at that. Wow, somebody still has this. Courtesy of Heritage Auctions. Look at that. I bet you that double page spread would go for some fancy money right now. But let's see, episode guide. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I got. Looks like they're reprinting stuff. Hopefully I'll get a $10 royalty check from that. Or whatever. Interesting sales pitch. Don't buy it for my bad art. Buy it for Ben stuff. I don't care if you buy it. I'm not going to get jack for royalties from that thing. If you want to buy it just to be a Mike Miller completist, I mean, good luck. You've got a long ways to go to complete my 28-year history in this industry. So I guess that's one place to start. It said Bruce likes devil puppy flavored peeps. I don't think that's right, Jeff, but I'll go with that. Look at my horrible art I did for Marvel. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Oh man, I don't have a rubber band in here to put my hair up. I'll just use my sunglasses. Took a shower. Hair's wet. Now I gotta get to work. And in 2 hours we have to start drawing and quartered. So I need to get some work done today. I wants a stack of your books at a dollar store. Really? What books? That's a good story. You know, I once took a crap load of my old comics to and donated them to a thrift store. A, because I didn't want them anymore. B, because I could write them off for a cover price. So it was a great big write-off for books I got as comps. I think there was a bunch of that stuff in there. Nose is tickling the heck out of me. All right. Inky dinky bottle of ink. Wet my brush for the killing. Do you use a drafting desk? I do indeed. This is a drafting desk. You know how you can tell? Like that. All right. I need a blotter paper. Oops. That's what the heck? Why is this on the floor? Freaking cat. Max is the worst. And the best. At the same time. I need my blotter. Where did I put my blotter paper?
Oh, you're so close.
Where I put my blotter paper? I may need a new piece of blotter paper. Shazbot. What happened to all that cardboard that was just right here? Somebody throw it away?
I was going to slow.
Just had a bunch of cardboard right here. Oh, here's a piece I can use. There we go. Hello. Good afternoon, up dog. Like and share, everyone. Like and share. You know the routine. I really wish I had my eyeglasses. Doug, if you're still around, I can send you a link if you just want to keep me company. Whilst I ink the dinka. Do 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 do. So this is me actually getting to work today at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is Mark Levin, cameo at least. I might take some of those those blank faces from the last page and fill them up with some people that I forgot. Mark Levin, what's her face? Ivanka. I don't know. I'll probably take some suggestions from people. I don't need to sell every one of those heads. Art of the hero. I've heard you criticize your Marvel stuff before more than DC. Do you just feel you grew more as an artist at DC than at Marvel? Oh no, my stuff on my early DC stuff was horrible as well. So, I think all my old stuff is horrible. I think a lot of my new stuff is horrible. I think anything prior to maybe this century. Anything from the first 8 years of my career is just absolute garbage. So that definitely includes that stuff. Because I really didn't know where I was headed with my, searching for a style instead of searching for skill set, right? I was trying to be something or someone or become something or someone instead of just worrying about understanding my structure and my form and the craft itself. I was just worried about how am I gonna create a style that's gonna make me stand out and if you're worried about style, then you don't have your basics down. That's all you're gonna do is look like crap, like I did. So yeah, don't worry about your style, guys. Don't worry about it. Your influences are gonna be there anyways, regardless, right? You're gonna have Gutfeld, yes, and Tyrus. Who else? Who else would I stick in there? But yeah, you have natural inclinations. You have influences, but let them be influences. Don't just try to focus on style. Just the stuff that you like will come out in your work, and so the style will sort of form naturally. So try that. Try that. Don't waste your time like I did. Then you're gonna have all this body of work behind you that you find to be horrific. Horrific. And then also you find a flow. I think my latest really great discovery about how I produce work that really loosened me up and gave me a kind of a quantum leap in quality was when I discovered that I had to stop drawing stuff over and over again. Like before, I used to lay out a page and then I'd do whatever thing to blow up and then trace it out and all that stuff. And I discovered that every stage I took made my characters more and more stiff and rigid and lifeless. And so when I was the artist on JLA for that short respite, I discovered that if I just drew straight to the page, that was how I was going to get the most life and body out of my work. So I've done that ever since. And it's not the same for every artist because I talked to Tony Harris, and I was telling him that, and he's like, "Wow," he's like, my first sketches are super stiff. It's like I have to draw it like 3 or 4 times, or 2 or 3 times, whatever it was, for it to become loose and have life and whatever. I'm like, wow, that's there. So there's no absolute formula. Everybody is different for what works for them. So experiment with different ways of laying out and whatnot, and what gives your work the most fluidity, because I hated my art being stiff, and now I don't feel like I have that problem usually. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I like my characters to have life. Add in Martina Markova. She used to be a talking head. Was she? What was she a talking head on? You guys even see what I'm doing, or is it too far away for you to track?
Ready?
I wonder if Ed knows about this channel, because I know he likes my inking streams.
Who?
My friend Ed.
What is this? How do you win? How
That's
do you get the little breadcrumbs? Either that one.
what I did. All our shit went down and then just sort of
Let's see. Martina used to be with Rebel Media. Oh. Is Rebel Media still around? I'm not really tracking.
the previous winner.
It's mesmerizing. Am I mesmerizing you? My mesmer machine.
This is only the top dark
I could do the dark.
I'm getting ham cramps just watching. Sorry.
How do you even get up there?
Loud villager noises.
Oh, I see what you do. I said, look. I said, you go over here and teleport to the right. You go there and teleport to the right.
I need more room on this table. What's up, Cat Melts? Gavin McGinnis to this book somewhere. That's a possibility. Gavin.
Those are normal people.
I do kind of want to have people there who would actually like share it out and care that they were in a comic book. So I'll probably slip Gorka in there somewhere. Yeah, that last page is really just kind of made for that cameo thing. So I can add some peeps in there.
Sorry. You just get different brand of fun. You're not. Max left.
I don't like the way that line is coming
Let's
out.
stand there.
There we go.
Max left me.
Aww. There's too much swearing in that show for you guys. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
That means turn it off. Look at that. Rebel's still around. They rebranded as Rebel News. Rebel News. They the Rebs, Captain. Edwin says, shut it down. That is correct. Shut it down, boy. So Edwin has some other plans tonight, so I will be just hosting Drawn and Quartered from here, which means I won't have as much time to work on my piece, but whatever, no big deal. I'm not going to win anyways. I never win my own contest. That's quite all right. Gives the other people time to shine. The Office again.
Another one?
No, it's fine. You can watch The Office.
Another one?
Another Office? No, go ahead. Watch Office. I don't care. He's fine with me. I like The Office, but I'm not paying attention, so.
Why did I do it?
All right. D&Q needs a Toho Monster Night sometime. A ton of choices. Toho. What does Toho stand for? I have the Lincoln Day dinner with the GOP. I'm going to have to start attending events. Well, you let them know about MAGANIFICENT7. What?
I tried the chocolate frosting and the strawberry curd together, and it tastes like Japanese candy. Like
Yeah.
the strawberry chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Almost
You
like
didn't-
the melty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Eden is making macarons again. She's a macaron nut. Every normie I have showed it to absolutely loves it. Well, get them on the mailing list, Edwin. Get them on the mailing list. Do, 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 do.
This makes you go super fast, and the bots are making it so you can spin super fast and one shot. I don't know how to activate it. I think it's by jumping. And they're making they're doing that. They're making it makes it super fast. You have to walk with the jump, right?
About right when you spawn.
All right, let's see.
Right when you spawn.
Yeah, Neil Eric's going to Hawaii next week. Yeah.
Wait, is there Connor?
Yeah. Is that boo-hoo? Why aren't we going to Hawaii for Comic-Con?
Another one.
Yeah. Well, maybe one of these days. I don't know. Kind of have to plan that stuff in advance.
I know.
Kinda. What's that? You need to send him with a stack of prints. Oh, for MAGA? Yeah, there's a place not too far from. Oh no, that was in Kailua. I found a place in Kailua that they were doing 11x17 prints for like 50 cents or something like that. Maybe it's 60 cents. I don't remember.
I bought a stream.
But yeah, it was nice.
Every 5 seconds, frames per second. Well, 1 frame per second.
What are you guys even talking about?
Nothing.
Yeah. Rename.
Yeah, this is cramping up my hand. I need to. I trained this brush, but I never added my trademark
Bruh.
cushion to it so that I could hold it, grasp it without it cramping up my hand. Show you guys what I mean in a second here. Let me finish up with some stuff.
Bruh. Bruh. Why is this so big?
My children are behaving very strangely. And they're also learning to say that's what she said from The Office. You guys don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Why is that, Mike? How's everyone? Why is that, Mike? I don't know what the hell's. Why is that? What? Huh? Working through article on characteristics of extremist groups. Amazing how many boxes get checked. I know. Hey, it was the same thing with the cult article, man. Freaking nail on head. But, you can't even mention that because then everybody gets offended. Wah, poop. What's your kid saying? That's what she said. Beats. No, it's not Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica. It's Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica. Isn't it? Bears. Is it Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica? Battleship. How's everyone? Everyone's chill. I'm surprised this is a new channel and we got 27 people watching live as I'm inking this cover. What was I gonna do? It's Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica. Fine then, be that way. I don't care. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch out to my quill for some of these. Ow! Blood. Quills, ladies and gentlemen. Quills, very dangerous weapons. I mean tools. Tools of art, which will make you bleed, make you cry. I'm not crying. I'm just saying I don't want to bleed on my page. Comic Book Hut acknowledged my For the Troops tier. Oh, that was kind of him. I just had that conversation on Twitter. Not about Hut specifically. But about punching down. And it's like, you don't see PewDiePie, even though he's got all these haters on YouTube, right? I mean, who doesn't? If you've got a channel with any size whatsoever, you've got haters. But how much time do you see PewDiePie spending combing through YouTube videos looking for people mentioning his name so that he can bash them from his channel, right? It's like, is that a good look? Certainly not something I want to be involved in. I mean, I might have the flippant remark here and there, cracking on somebody just off the cuff, whatever. But to dedicate entire hours of programming to bashing people with, a couple hundred subs who just have an opinion. I don't know. I think that's a bad look. So I try not to do that here. So I know the Hut has issues with me, and he's welcome to them, and he's welcome to voice them however he feels like. I'm not gonna bash him or his channel. If you guys want to go check out his channel and see him say whatever he wants about me, then go ahead. Enjoy. Same thing with those SWC characters. They dislike me a great deal, but well, first of all, I'm not going to EFAP their stuff because they're very vulgar, and I wouldn't do that on my channel. But they're welcome to their opinions. I don't care what they say about me. I kind of laughed it off. Laughing off criticism. It's fun. It's interesting. Are you considering taking the Meg to Kickstarter sometime? No, I was not. Why do you ask? It's already on Amazon. If you want it, just go to Amazon. I should probably have done this part with the brush. All right. Ink that part of that page in blood. Just kidding. You know what I could do? Squeeze a little bit of blood out, put it on the tip of my quill, dip it, and then this would have my DNA embedded into the inks. It's not my cup of tea. I thought it has broader appeal and might be a good title to get that foot in the door over there. Had I realized I would have been I would have faced the kind of let's just call it the lack of support from the community I was trying to encourage, then yeah, launching it on Kickstarter might have been a smarter move. But hey, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. This is where I start getting all nerdy, and I probably don't need to add all these little ticks and warbles, but I do. All right, let's move back to the brush. Mike Draws Comics. Also, Titan is so close to reaching 11K. Oh, good. Egg salad. Wonderful to hear. Let me bring my other light over here so we can get some better. Is that better? That's better, right? Or I could do it up here. Yeah, that's better. I once had that Squadron Supreme with the creator's ashes. It creeped me out. He has good content. He's a leader, but sometimes I cannot stand his rants about politics, like yesterday. His Jussie Smollett's one too much. He made fun of others. I don't know who you're talking about, Claudia. I didn't see anything that you're talking about. I do regret not getting that 3-pack and Bigfoot Bill. They all looked good, and that was a great deal. I might go through my inventory and perhaps make the 3-pack available again on another campaign. So, but like as an add-on to another campaign. So if I do like Lone Star 3, oh, what the heck? What if I might just do it as an add-on to this? For people who missed out on it. Yeah, I do have to do inventory first because I don't want to sell something I ain't got. Then I want to be like going to Amazon and being like, hey, could I get some of those back? Because they need to sell them through Amazon. But Yeah, I could still do that. I could still do that. Yeah, really, because there's no other way. I don't have a six gun or Deal with the Devil available anywhere else, except digitally. You can get them on Comixology, but yeah, as far as that is concerned, I would have to redo that or submit those books to Amazon. I already have a listing for Deal with the Devil on Amazon. I just never bothered sending them books. So, my bad. My bad. My bad. Comics are kind of morbid. Are they now?
That's fine. That's fine.
Wait, why are comics morbid? What are you talking about? Deal with the Devil is excellent. I was quite surprised. Oh, thank you, Captain House. Yeah, I think it's a little wordy, but I didn't bother editing it because, well, first of all, it would require a whole bunch of relettering. But also, you know what? I'm going to just let it stand as the product of the time when I wrote it, and hope that I've gotten better as a writer and that people understand, you don't want to be George Lucas constantly going back and messing with stuff you did in the past, because look what the hell happened then. What if I think it's too wordy now, and then 10 years from now, I go back and I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what? I liked it better when it was wordy. But I don't know. I still enjoy reading it. Even though I probably wouldn't have written it quite that way had I written it today. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. As long as somebody enjoyed it, that's what's important. Man, that was just one of those ideas that came to me because, like, I don't remember how it came to me. I think it was the name that came to me first. I keep freaking jamming this thing up against my other monitor. Killing me. All right, you move way back here. It was the title that came to me first. Same thing with Six Gun Samurai. I just thought I misspoke about Six String Samurai, and I'm like, Six Gun Samurai, and then I came up with that whole idea for that story, and then I handed it over to Sean Jordan, and he fleshed out the story. And then I went in and I actually wrote the last issue myself. But yeah, for Deal with the Devil, I think I came up with the title, and then I think I had a couple of different possible ideas, but that one, the one, I'm not going to spoil it for people, but that idea is the one that stuck out, and it turned out to be a very popular idea in Hollywood. I optioned that out. The first con I had it printed, I optioned it out to David Tishman, who had a first look deal with MTV, and then it moved over to where was it? I don't know. It had several deals. It was with this one writer who then went and worked with Kevin Spacey, and so Kevin Spacey's company wanted it, but I'm like, eh. And then the boys, Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, who did the Saw series and the Collector series, they wanted to do it, but we were still in negotiations with Broken Road, so we pulled it from them, which at this point I'm not sure if that was the wisest choice, because they probably would have gotten it done by now. But yeah, then and it's been at flipping Broken Road for ever, man. It's been there forever. We've got a script, we've got a director, just waiting for some particular, they want an A-list guy on the project. I'd love to have like Bruce Willis or Russell Crowe on it, but yeah, it is today what it is today. But it was fun being courted. Actually, it was at Lionsgate for a time before the big shakeout. Lionsgate actually dumped all of its non-produced options because they were some guy, Bob Iger. No, not Bob Iger. His name's got an I in it. I can't remember what it is. But somebody was trying to do a hostile takeover of Lionsgate, and so they just jettisoned everything that they didn't already have in production, and so my option disappeared. Although I was paid handsomely for it, so that was nice. I made a little extra gravy off for that one. I think Thomas Jane would be good in that role. Ah, that wouldn't be bad at all. I could see that. You know what? Well, I mean, it's already a Broken Road. Thomas Jane's not an A-lister, so I don't think, if we're keeping it at Broken Road, I don't think they would want to work with Jane, just because, they would want someone like a Russell Crowe. I mean, these are guys, they work with like Tom Cruise and what's her face? Cameron Diaz. Trying to remember all the movies they do. Night and Day is the one that pops out of my mind. That's what I'm thinking. No, Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Da, da, da. Second best is the Netflix Punisher. I think the first season of the Netflix Punisher is better than the Thomas Jane Punisher. Lundgren is Punisher. Yeah. He shaves his 5 o'clock shadow in the shape of a skull. All right. Follow me. All the sporting sailors were. Thomas Jane was the best. I like Thomas Jane. I like Thomas Jane too. I'm just saying he's not box office gold, which is when you're dealing with a company like Broken Road, they're talking about, A-listers. Like they were taking it to people like what's that guy's name that played Face on the new A-Team? Really good looking guy. Bradley Cooper. They're taking it to guys like him. I don't know what they've done with it lately, but yeah. Hello, Roscoe. What's up? Working away here. Working away in the world today. takes everything I got. Taking a break from all your worries. I am going to switch back to quill and ink this chain up. 120 bodies in 5 years, Frank. What do you call that? A good start. Yes, Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper. If I had my druthers, I think I would go with Brad Pitt at this point, though. Not Brad Pitt. Russell Crowe. Why did I think Brad Pitt? I mean, I'd take Brad Pitt, sure. Why not? But yeah, it's what we call development hell. Stuck in Hollywood, waiting for the right actor to look at the script and be like, yeah, I'm on. Get along. Yeah, and the studio system is so funny because it's like, there's these movies getting made nowadays through independent funding, right? And then they get the movie funded, and then they take it to a studio. But when you're dealing with a production house like Broken Road, it's like they're in the old studio system mentality. So it's like they have to bring the package to the studio in order to get the funding, in order to get the film made. And it's like, it's funny because you're chasing, you're dealing with some actors who are like, well, we're not going to attach unless there's money, a certainty that there's money. But the certainty that there's money has to come from the certainty that the studio's picking it up, but the studio won't pick it up until the actor is already attached to it, and and it's like this huge catch-22 cluster stup of nonsense. And so yeah, it's like if we already had, I don't know, if they took it to, I don't know, if Lionsgate wanted it back again, right? And Lionsgate's like, all right, here's your budget, and then they took it to Russell Crowe, then there would be a chance of getting him on board. But he's one of the I guess he's one of the show me the money types first. So yeah. So what I think you have to do is you have to get someone on board, then get it through the studio to get funded, and then you can get the rest of your A-list cast. But I don't know. It's a miracle anything ever gets made in that freaking town. It is a miracle. But it's just amazing that one story, like every producer that's read it, wanted to make it. Kurt Russell? Yeah, Kurt Russell would be cool. Ooh. Kurt Russell. Ooh, I like that idea. Kurt Russell and Mel Gibson. I'd love that. Get the old Tequila Sunrise gang back together. I love Tequila Sunrise. Except Raul Julia's dead, so. There is no room for Raul Julia. He's not here anymore. Yeah, why did I make him sound Russian? He's not Russian. What is it about being friends with someone in high school that makes you think you have to be friends forever? Remember that scene? How many, if you've seen Tequila Sunrise, then you remember. He's trying to get Mel Gibson drunk and convince him to let him kill Kurt Russell, who is like his best friend from high school, who is on the opposite side of the law. He's like, no, you have to, you know. Or is he trying to get him to kill the girl, Michelle Pfeiffer? I forget. It's been a long time since I saw that movie. You guys let me know. Of course! Never drive faster than I can see. Besides, it's all in the reflexes. Kurt Russell is Snake Plissken. Didn't Kurt Russell do Bone Tomahawk for almost nothing because he liked the script? Gosh dang it. Yeah, maybe we should get it to Kurt Russell. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
Click on it again.
And even at that point, you know, you can get that thing straight to freaking Amazon or something. I don't even care if it comes out in theaters. Just want to see it done. Morticia and Gomez for couple D&Q. Hey. Hey now. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Should I finish the chain? Yeah, what the hell, why not? We already did a Snake Plissken D&Q. We did that like a year ago. We did a what was it? Dystopian Future D&Q, and I think the crowd voted on Snake Plissken being the topic. So
That's the heck I got. Is that blue finger?
blue finger, da da da.
Keys.
You missed that one, Nighthawk? Well, it's still on there. You can go watch it. We're not going to redo it because you missed it. Sorry. Well, who should I do for my couple tonight?
Help.
Anybody got any suggestions? Couples. It doesn't even have to be couples in comics. What if I do Trump and Melania? Pony face soldiers. See, didn't answer his best couple. Come on, don't make me do that.
Whoa, what happened?
Maybe I should have Nasser on tonight. Gabby Rivera and America. What on earth are you doing, Micah?
Why do you always
Because you're always making weird noises and banging stuff around.
like you don't do that?
Like I don't do that.
Because you do.
Edwin says Trump and Melania and use it as promo art or a print. That's actually not a bad idea. Trump and Melania, like in one of my romantic poses that I'm always doing with the couple characters. That could actually be fun. Trump and Melania, Trump and Melania, do. Hey Edwin, I don't know if you saw that earlier. I went on I went on. I didn't actually go on. I was just watching Dee Dee this morning, and I said hi, and she started just going on and on about me and fangirling out, and she got me like 30 new subs in like 5 minutes. It was great. It's fantastic. Very much appreciated.
Wait, so this one makes it darker?
Gone with the Wind pose. Trump and Melania in the Gone with the Wind pose. Oh my gosh. That would be so funny.
I think
Mhm. No, I've already done the Gone with the Wind thing though.
there we go.
How did it get turned off?
Thank you a lot, Isaac.
Huh?
Thank you for the sound effect. Who's on D&Q tonight? Edwin, answer that question, would you? Dee Dee has like 25,000 subs. That is correct, Andrew. That is correct. Correctamundo. And she was talking up, drawn, and quartered all, well, not all day, but that stream for a good long time. So hopefully we'll get some of those new subs over in the audience on D&Q tonight. That would be great. What's nice about it is I think Dee Dee has a largely female audience, and I think that's something sorely missing from my audience. Because no offense to the ladies that do appear, but my YouTube tracking says that like 99% of my audience is male. So wouldn't mind having a few more ladies
Monthly
tracking
and 10%
with what I'm doing here on the channel. Edwin posted it up. Mike, Fan, Gary Shipman, Kevin Sharp, Eric Mieltowski, Matt Weldon, George Alexopoulos, Siege, Zach Bradley, and a blank. Yeah, where's Carson? What happened to Carson, man?
Nobody knows your name.
Would be a builder's club of outrageous builders club.
Yes.
No Carson, we riot. Siege is going to win. Siege, no, she's not going to win. We won't let her win, will we, my fans? My minions! I don't have minions. Nobody listens to me. That's all right. I want people to think for themselves. I don't care. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween.
I'll start streaming when Daddy stops streaming.
You'll start what now?
I'm gonna start streaming when you start streaming.
I have drawn and quartered tonight. So you can't stream when I'm doing drawn and quartered. I need to check something real quick. Nope. Right. I don't know. Someone is just bagging stuff. El Rodimus is great. The fan is El Rodimus Flash, which is good because he will help rattle Mike Draws Comics in my absence. Thank you so much. We do need somebody taking Edwin's place because I won't be able to focus on the chat. whilst I draw. What if Quarter Black's busy?
I know, I saw it.
Let me hit up Garrett real quick. Hold on a second. Or if Doug's not busy, he could moderate.
Oh, got 9.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 All right. Let me give me a second so I can grab my keyboard because I do need to figure this out. What? I do have the credit card. I deposited all.
Gas?
No, I deposited all those checks today.
Oh. I was looking like what's up. I'm like, what's the fuck did I lose it?
All right, real quick. Let me get to my tweeters. Doug's not in here, right? Right.
Right.
Let's do a real quick overview here on where are we on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at $10,412. Ladies and gentlemen, have you Bitcoined yet? Have you gotten your Bitcoin yet? Here, let me send you guys the link. Oops. In case you want to jump in the Bitcoin pool. Not financial advice, but you probably should have done it earlier. StreamYard. Doug is probably prepping for snow removal tomorrow. What's the lowest? What was the lowest for Bitcoin? Like fractions of a penny. It started there 10 years ago, and it's grown. It's grown and it's grown and it's grown. It's had a couple peaks, but ultimately, I think if you had bought Bitcoin anywhere within like 99%, something like that, of its existence, you would be up right now. Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, that's a great movie. Doug, please. I don't know. I can. Where's my phone? Sometimes I have to text Doug because he's not always on Twitter. But I can bounce it off and see if he wants to. Doug usually likes to keep his nights open, though, for his family. That's why he gets up so early and works. We shall see. We shall see. Will Andrew Yang still commit to giving me $1,000 a month, even though he suspended his campaign? People need answers to these questions. I'm going to guess no, but I'm not talking for him, so I can't say. Oh, Gary's on right now, too. Stickers, Titan Mouse of Might, Gary Shipman, artist. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do... I'm going to do this face with the quill. Yang was being funded by the Muslim Brotherhood? What? Is that serious? Is that for real? He's just like, whatever, money's money. The one thing I liked about Yang was that he was for cryptocurrencies. Other than that, I didn't really pay attention to the dude.
sound.
Don't even trust the supposed good Democrats. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you're gonna sign up for the party that, well, you know what? This is the art channel. Let's not get too deeply into politics on the art channel. We do that enough on my channel, on my other channel. He said while he inked the MAGANIFICENT7 cover. I know. Irony, right? Irony. This is irony. This is irony. 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 Oh, the whipped cream thing was, yeah. That's a, yeah.
Isaac, this revolver's sharp.
This is what happens when I grab my quill. I start
Like that.
noodling into the detail zone, and I didn't want to go crazy on this cover because I want it to match the interior, which is a lot looser and freer, and not all detail oriented, even though that's my nature. And I'm not even stopping. I'm talking about how I shouldn't do this, and then I'm doing it anyways. It's as if I don't have control over my own pen in my hand. No, stop with the details, Mike. Nope, can't do it. All right, I'm just gonna do it on the skull though. I'm gonna go back to the brush. When it comes to the jacket, the rest of the suit, it's not gonna be quill. It's gonna be brush. Come on, release. Let go your conscious self. Use the force, Mike. Use the force. Trust your feelings. You know it to be true. Even though you didn't know that I was lying to you before when you trusted your feelings, because all I did in the first movie was lie to you. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. But I am a Jedi, so whatever. Sorry, was I saying that out loud? I have issues with Obi-Wan Kenobi in those movies. How much for the Dean Cain cosplay cover? That'd be amazing. I don't know what I'm going to set the cover prices at. I don't quite know yet. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But that is going to be part of the campaign. I'm not going to... I'm probably... Yeah, I don't want to sell that off campaign. Although I realize that means I'm going to take a 10% hit on it, or an 8% hit doing it in the campaign. I'm a bad businessman. All right. I had I really don't know what the desire for these pages will be, because it's only going to be covers that are original. The rest is all digital, right? And my covers on Lone Star, I was selling for $5,000 each, but that's Lone Star, and I honestly don't know what to charge on these or what to set the price at. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be worth more or less, or if there's going to be more collectors or fewer. I honestly have no clue. Kevin Sorbo cameo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, man, the ideas people keep pumping me with, I might, if this is successful, I'm going to have to do a sequel before the election. I mean, I did the book so quickly. I don't think it's not going to stall out the rest of my universe by much. And this is the election year to do it. Oh, for Pete's sake. Didn't let it dry. I didn't let it dry. That's the quill problem. The quill problem. Not letting it dry is the quill problem. All right. Move over here. Let it dry. Deal with it. Yes. Like and subscribe if you have not already, please. This is my art channel, Mike S. Miller. DC Comics Injustice artist, Game of Thrones cover artist still to this day. That's actually the next thing I probably have to work on is the next Game of Thrones book cover. Oh shoot, now I have to get the next dragon done. I've taken on some work here. I need to get it done. So what am I saying? What am I saying? Yes. But yeah, like, subscribe, share. Can't join this channel, unfortunately. Probably never will be able to because you have to have a ton of subscribers. Otherwise, you have to be a video game channel. And I haven't done any gaming yet on this channel. And it's not a gaming channel, so I don't think I will. Unless I do some gaming just to get the gaming. Well, no, let's not bother with that. Let's not bother with that. Mike is terrible at games. Confirmed. Hey! What are you laughing at? My children are laughing at me because of your comment.
What have you done?
Terrible. Terrible. Ugh. Need a new brush. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. All right, need to do Age of Mythology. I didn't like Age of Mythology. Food list universe. Eat frog sushi for starter episode. No, that did not look appetizing to me. No, thank you on the frog. Besides, I think frogs have given me enough indigestion this year. Oh! All right, let me double check my tweeters. Halloween. All right, close that out.
Yes, he watched my stream. He just said, okay.
Put my point back.
Yes.
Line. I don't like AoE 2 when AOM exists. Okay. I guess all the manly men never went frog gigging. I didn't understand the outrage. Yes, the manly men couldn't handle watching a frog be turned into food. I mean, honestly, I didn't have a problem with it.
We're just turning up that show pretty loud.
He is cranking that up, man. Somebody go stop him.
You're closer.
I'm working. Yeah, but I'm the type of guy that watches, like, you know, alligator and whale butchering videos, because I think they're fascinating. So yeah, frog getting carved up for sushi, really didn't bother me.
Is he watching that stream?
Apparently there's some real, I don't know, what is the word for that? Crying about frog getting cut up for sushi. Not to get graphic, but after you spear them, you remove the legs and toss the living frog back in the water. Do they grow their legs back? I mean, they're amphibians. Amphibians grow stuff back, right? And then what if you, like, caught a frog that had, like, partially grown back legs on it? It's like these little stumpy Deadpool legs on a frog. That'd be funny. Was it alive? It was when they started. I don't really know what the nervous system of a frog is. I know that with a lot of animals, you can kill the thing, and the muscles will be twitching for like hours. So it's dead, but it just looks like it's alive. But I ain't no biologist, so I can't tell you what it's like on a frog. I don't know why I did that voice for a biologist. Sushi is manly food. I think so. You see Doug and Edwin squirming at watching that girl eat a freaking gooey duck the other day. I was like laughing. That's like deliciousness. I mean, I wouldn't have bitten into it like that, but I know how yummy mirugai. That's called mirugai in Japanese. I know how good that is. My absolute favorite sushi, which I can no longer eat because I'm allergic to shellfish. But yeah, man, that looked good. Frogs don't grow their limbs back. Is that just like salamanders do, don't they? Is it just salamanders? Oh man, Max caught a lizard today. Isaac took him outside to play, and he came in with a lizard, and he's all territorial about it and stuff, and just played with it until he killed it, and then he bit. I think he ate its tail and its head, and then just left it there for us to clean up. What about hot pot? Ooh, I love a hot pot. Hot pot, very good.
Use their heads to gain their knowledge.
There's this hot pot place in Chinatown in Chicago that is just fantastic. It's right at the entrance of Chinatown. If you ever go to C2E2, man, just walk down to Chinatown, plop yourself down at that hot pot place, and yeah, that's the goods, man. That is the goods. Just be warned, Chinatown in Chicago, you might as well be in China. It's like you cross the station, the L station, whatever it's called, and almost everybody there is Asian, probably Chinese. It's hard to tell, but yeah, it's crazy, man. There, we went to a restaurant. I took Ed McGinnis there to a restaurant one year with his son, and man, the wait staff, the people serving you didn't even speak English. It was so funny. And like his son, we were like halfway done eating, and his son still had all of his noodles. And there's a place that makes fresh hand pulled noodles, right? And I look at his son, he hasn't been it because he doesn't know how to use chopsticks. And I'm like, I call the waiter over. I'm like, can we get a fork? And he's like, huh? I'm like, a fork? And I'm like, did the stabbing motion? He's like, oh. So he goes out and he comes back and he's holding the fork like this, like it's the fork. We have one fork in the restaurant. And he, because there was literally nobody else in the restaurant was white. It was just Ed, Oli, and Ed's son. And it was like, what is fork? And they're like, is fork. Oh, that was such a good night. Why would you want a fork? No. That was a noodle place, not a hot pot place. Yeah, hand pulled noodles, really good. I had oxtail soup. I had the oxtail soup and noodles, so good stuff. Although, to be honest, my mom makes oxtail soup better. Forks make pretty good back scratchers. Change my mind. Oxtails, ew. Man, why you guys gotta be all food bigoted? Are you bigoted about your foods, man? Expand your mind. Oxtail soup is awesome. Very high in collagen, too. Very good for you. Very good for collagen. We could go for some ramen noodles right now. Yeah, I haven't eaten anything since that delicious lunch you guys saw me eat. Yummy fish tacos. I'm gonna have to do something before drawing quarter though, because I don't think I can last until 9:30. Eden is in, as I mentioned, making macarons for. I don't know what the heck she's making them for, but she's making them. She's making macarons, yeah. I believe I had it so that the inside of his jacket was not black, right? Spicy ramen. Ooh, spicy ramen sounds good. Every trip to Chicago, I hit Chinatown and the chicken and waffles place. Chicken and the waffles. Chicken and the waffles. Yeah, that Chinatown. It's got some good stuff. Although last time we went there, the restaurant we went to was freaking crap. So not every joint in Chinatown in Chicago is glorious. You know, some of them are still junk. Some of them I think are even tourist traps. I haven't been to those, but I don't know. Genuinely, generally, if you're going to a Asian restaurant, if you want good, authentic Asian food, you walk in there and you look at the clientele. And if it's all Asians, then it's probably a good Asian restaurant. If it's like all not Asians, get out while you can. Unless you don't care. If you like sort of dumbed down, Americanized Asian cuisine, then yeah, go ahead. If it's some dumb tourist trap with your General Tso's chicken and all that stuff, sweet and sour pork, yeah, then go ahead. You do that. You do that. Save the good stuff for the rest of us.
Well, I put on follower. You have to be a follower to even join.
Americans can't cook. That's not true. Americans can cook. I'm just saying, if you want, good traditional stuff, most American chefs aren't trained up in the old ways. The old ways are the best ways when it comes to cuisine. Oh, Quinn is in Chicago right now. I should tell him to go check out that hot pot place. I don't know if he likes hot pot.
Yeah,
of course, he's there with Dave. Lucifer means Lightbringer, so they're probably going to go to a place that Dave is familiar with. I'm quite certain. Don't need to try bird nest soup. No. Nah, that sounds... no. Nope. I don't need to try shark fin soup either. I know my cousin Shota loves that stuff, but I'm like, they just cut the shark fins off and throw the sharks back in the water. I don't care if you're an animal lover, but that's just jacked up. I mean, they're sharks. You're just gonna cut their fins off? There's a whole ton of meat on a shark. If you're gonna kill a shark for its fin, bring it in and use the meat for something. Yeah. It's just gonna drift to the bottom of the sea and die because you're too lazy to.
eat it.
Whatever. Yeah, eat the darn thing. Mike Draws comments. Any good hot pot in San Diego? I know they just opened one around Balboa and Convoy, but I haven't checked it out yet. So I'll have to check it out at some point. All right. This irritates me that I did this. So let me see what I can minimize here. Oh, good. Looks like I got rid of most of it. Most of it. I can clean the rest of that up later. Grab my Quilladoo. Oh, it's 6:25. I should probably quit pretty soon and start. Well, first of all, figure out dinner. And then get prepared for drawn and quartered. Maybe I should just host tonight and not draw. What do you guys think? What do you think I should draw to? Da-da-dee, da-da-da. You know what's funny is I designed the Inger hammer like years ago. The Inger hammer and the Hanitizer. And the Hanitizer I'm not even using for this project. The Hanitizer, not the hand sanitizer. Draw, Mike.
Right.
Draw. Draw. You guys want me to draw, huh? Alright, then I do need to find somebody to handle hosting duties. I'll eat that clam with the big tumor before I eat bats. Yeah, I have no interest in eating rats, flying or other. And that's what a bat is to me. It's a flying rat. Pretty nasty things. All right. StreamYard. What time is it? 6:27. I'm just going to work a little bit more. Guys, if you haven't already, go sign up for the Maganificent7. This is the cover I am doing for it. One of the covers. I still haven't decided exactly how many covers I want to do. Kind of don't want to go overboard. I don't know who's going to want... Like, I don't think Laura Ingram's going to want her own cover, you know. But if I did do her own cover, then her fans might actually want the Laura Ingram cover. But I know I got to do a Trump one, which is this one, right? Big Trump in the background, the whole crowd. And then I got to do a Dean Cain one because he's doing signed copies, and it'll be, of course, the Dean Cain signed copies will be those. I'll probably do a Strange Animal one because I could probably get them over to Garrett, and I don't know, I'm going to ask Garrett if he can get him and Crowder to sign some. That'd be super cool. Actually, why don't I ask him? Why haven't I asked him? And I'll probably shoot Ben Shapiro a note and see if he'd be willing to as well. That would be wonderful. I don't think I could get Rush Limbaugh. I don't think I could get the president. Tucker, I have no idea. Wouldn't that be crazy if I got like almost all these guys? Laura Ingram, that'd be sweet. Might got the connections. I got a couple. One or two connections, yo. But that's not to say that I can guarantee any of these guys are going to want to sign it, except Dean Cain already said he would. So I got one for show. And I'm sure Garrett would, but it's like, it'd have to be, I would want it to be Garrett and Crowder. So. Oh gosh, did you guys hear about Jordan Peterson? Man, he is messed up. He's got some serious health issues going on. I should maybe tomorrow on the show on cross examinations we'll dive into that and do some praying for the man. But yeah, I mean, geez, under some severe jacked upness right now. Peter said forever ago that he's got serious health problems. Yeah, well, they're catching up with him, man. They caught up with him hardcore, I guess, right now. So he was, I think, if I remember, in a ICU for like 6 weeks or something. I don't know. It's he can barely walk now. Sad, crazy stuff, man. Couldn't talk for days. He went to Russia for some reason. I think he went to Russia for some sort of a health treatment that they probably don't have here. I think. I don't know. I'll have to go and check out the article again, or find another article or whatever. And yeah, maybe we can do that for a topic tomorrow on cross examinations. Poor dude. Great. I mean, what a thought leader in the whole culture war, right? To see him have to go through this, man. But hey, we all have trials. We all have tribulations. And they're all for the greater good. So we shall see how this plays out. No mention from Dave Rubin about Peterson's condition prior to this either, which I watch frequently, so he must be out of the loop, and the two of them are close. He was put on some highly addictive drugs, and from what I heard, the drugs were, as drugs sometimes do, the drugs were having like the opposite effect of what they were intended. So the drugs were actually worse for him than even just, your standard addictive drugs. They were hurting him more than helping him. So yeah, we'll have to delve into that tomorrow. And that said, it is 6:33. I'm gonna have to give myself a little bit of a break here before I jump into the next show on my other channel. I know you're all regulars, but if you're not, do subscribe, like, share, do all that fun stuff, and then get on over to my other channel, Blacklist Universe, as it says up there in the corner. Right, can you see it? Oh yeah, you can't do the mouse thing with this. Blacklist Universe. We'll be starting our drawn and quartered show in about a half an hour. And so be there, be square, be both. God bless you all and have a great day.
Horrible.